Hey guys, it's me, Tyler Cherry. I know that today's video is a step back from my usual content, but I did want to try something new. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to become confident. So this is a question that I've been asked a few times before. And let me tell you, self-growth is a process. This does not happen overnight. But I just wanted to share my advice with you, advice that I wish I heard years ago, and advice that I think will help a lot of people out, and advice that helped me out. I want to start off by saying that I wasn't always this confident. I once was very insecure and I had a very negative mindset. I thought of myself and then everybody else around me very negatively, and that is a terrible way to live life. I had no idea what I liked or what I disliked or who I even was. I used to hang around this group of friends that really didn't resonate with me. We never had the same morals. These friends I didn't even really like. These said friends were the type of people to just judge everyone and bring people down because that was their idea of fun. But I was too afraid to leave this friend group because I knew that if I did leave this friend group, I would have nobody. I would have no friends. And at the time, I cared a lot of what people thought of me. I cared a lot of what people viewed me as. And so I stood with this friend group that did nothing good for my mindset and my well-being. Something that my dad always used to tell me was that you become who you associate yourself with, and that could not be more true. Over time, hanging out with these people that I didn't even truly like, I found myself constantly talking negatively about everybody around me, judging everybody around me because that's what they did. This was my own projection. I was so insecure that I was projecting my insecurities onto everybody else, judging everybody else. My self-esteem and standards were at such an all-time low that the first guy to ever approach me with romantic intentions, I didn't even pay attention to whether or not he was a good guy. I instantly said, yes, you know what? I will date you because you're the first guy to ever ask me that. So because I had no standards, no boundaries, I was so insecure throughout this entire relationship, like so insecure. I was ultimately tearing myself apart because this guy, he was so much more popular than me. He had more friends than I did. And I thought of myself so lowly at the time that I was thinking, how could it even be possible that a guy like him would like a girl like me? So I had already had this man on a pedestal. Like I had him up here. I was quite literally praising this man in my mind. And at the time, I was so upset because I believed that I deserved all those things. So when I didn't get those things from him, I believed that I wasn't worthy of those things. I had blamed every negative emotion that I had ever felt onto this man, when it was not his fault but my fault, because I didn't make anything known to this guy. This guy didn't even know me. So it was just this whole idea that I thought so lowly of myself and I expected somebody to think so highly of me when obviously they weren't going to, because I didn't even think highly of myself. So when we had broken up and he had moved on, I was still stuck in the same place as before, and I was just obsessing over the fact that I did nothing wrong. It had gotten so bad that when this man had gone with somebody else, I had completely lost it. Like I just crashed out, if you will. I hate using that term, but that's the only way to describe it. I had thought of this new girl so negatively that I didn't even know her. She didn't know me. She owed me nothing, and I hated her. And I was so jealous of her, and the reason for that being is because she had something that I didn't. So I judged her so I could feel better about myself. But in reality, it only made me feel worse because this girl was so unbothered by me, and I was the one talking. I was the one doing the talking. I was the one doing the gossiping. I was the one doing the obsessing. So I had a self-realization where I was like, okay, I need to just stand up and just let it go. And letting go is the hardest part for so many people. But you need to let go because in many cases, it hurts more to hold on to someone or something and all the memories that came with that than to just let go. I was so tired of being negative and having this damaging mentality where I was like, oh, I'm a lost cause, no one or nothing could save me. You need to stop having that mentality. It is not anyone's job to fix you. It's pathetic and it's embarrassing. Stand up and fix yourself, because it is so desperate and embarrassing to be begging somebody to treat you right when you can't even treat yourself right. Simply say, I deserve better, and move on. Because the longer that you stick to something that does not serve you or do any good for you, the longer you are missing out on what does. Journal, work out, meditate, surround yourself with people that are good for your mentalities. And if you have nobody in your life that is that for you, be that person for yourself. Show up for yourself. Something that I often ask myself whenever I'm in a situation that I don't know how to get out of is I ask myself, would my highest self stay in this position? Would my highest self be okay with this? Would my highest self feel this way? And if your answer is no, then you know what you need to do. And if you truly know yourself, other people's opinions shouldn't matter to you. That should be like background noise to you. Because truth is, nobody's ever going to be sitting in their bed wondering about what problems you have. Nobody's going to be having sleepless nights because they feel sorry for you. Because everybody is too busy with their own problems and their own lives that it's truly sad and embarrassing that you're waiting there, waiting for somebody to fix you. And whatever is meant for you will not make you desperate. The desperation that a lot of people deal with when wanting something is insane. And the first thing, whenever my friends ask me for advice, the first thing that I ask is, okay, well, are you chasing it? Like, are you so desperate for it that it's running from you? The phrase, I don't chase, I attract, could never be more true. And that phrase has got me through so many things in life, a great deal of places in life, because it's so true. Because what happens when you chase something, it runs the other direction. Just stop chasing and let go. People need to learn that it's okay to not be desperate. If you really want someone or something and that opportunity never presents itself to you, that's okay. That means it wasn't meant for you. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever is meant for you will come to you no matter what. And just have the mindset that if you're not getting what you want, you will get something better. Desperation, insecurity, that's all loud. It is so loud and it is not a pleasant sight. It is not a pleasant sound. You should walk into a room and people should be able to feel the confidence radiating off of you. The energy that you present is so important because nobody wants to be around somebody who's always negative. Nobody wants to feel negative at the end of the day. So it's not going to be pleasant to be around you if you're always negative, if you're always seeing the negative side of things. With a negative attitude, you're going to attract negative people, negative opportunities, negative things, negative situations. Because if you're believing that no one could ever save you, that you're a lost cause, you can't save yourself, don't complain, oh, that God or that the universe is against me. It's because you are against yourself. We as people are able to manifest anything that we want into our reality just with our minds. You are never limited to just a minimum. Whatever you desire, believe you can get it. Believe that your highest self already has that thing. So stop settling for literally anything. The bare minimum. Stop settling for that. If you don't like something, you will never find peace in that position. Do whatever you need to do to protect your own peace. That means learning how to say no. Say no to whatever you think does not align with your highest self. If someone ever disrespects you, you say no to that and you stand up for yourself. Matter of fact, don't even give people the opportunity to disrespect you. You have the power to walk away from any situation that does not serve you. And when you don't take that opportunity, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. And you should be so confident and so sure of yourself that no matter what, you will know everything will work out exactly in your favor. And another thing is, you don't need to waste your time proving to people that you are confident, that you are worthy, and proving that you're this or that to anyone. If you're talking to some man or some woman, they all of a sudden ghost you. And then you suddenly have the audacity to ask, hey, why did you stop texting me? Hey, would you stop calling me? Hey, would you stop talking to me? Babe, stand up, because that is pathetic. You look pathetic. That person does not have to owe you any explanation. Matter of fact, it's explanation enough that they didn't even owe you an explanation. That should be your closure. It's just plain distasteful and disrespectful that that person ghosted you in the first place. But what's more disrespectful to yourself, you are expecting them to give you an explanation. Take your energy back from that situation and do not cling on to that and tell yourself, oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. I can't believe that happened to me. Once you cling onto a situation that is much better for you, works better in your favor, will present itself, but because you are so obsessive over a situation that does not serve you, you're gonna miss that opportunity because you are too busy clinging onto the past. Leave, find better, because you have that option. So just quit obsessing over how a decision will affect other people in your life and start thinking, how will this affect me? What will this do for me? And also just the term, fake it till you make it. Confidence is not faking it till you make it. Confidence is building trust within yourself, is building up your self-esteem. And if you are building yourself up from the very ground, then do it. And lastly, there should never, ever be competition between you and somebody else. There's no competition, there's only me. Comparing yourself to your ex's new girl, your ex's new guy, comparing yourself to the random person you've seen online, comparing yourself to the random person you saw at the grocery store today, just screams insecurity. Your main focus in this life should be you, because at the end of the day, you are your only enemy. You are the one feeling these emotions and thoughts into your mind. Anyways, I hope you guys took this video as a great thing of advice, and I hope you didn't take it as like a lecture. These are some things that I wish I got told a moment in my life, and so I hope people could watch this and take it as a lesson or something that they need to hear. If you stood to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.